how's it going? So we're up here in the Blue Mountain Range in Northeast Oregon, and we are after some Oregon grape root. And you're like, but it's almost, winter time. We're coming into late fall. Why are you just now digging root? Because you really want to wait until fall to get a majority of your medicinal root medicine. I see so many people eager in the spring after a long winter. They're like, yes, get out there and dig those roots. But you're really digging up something that's very depleted, and that is because the way a majority of plants work is their roots act like a little root cellar, meaning all summer long they're storing up sugars and starches and all those medicinal content that you're wanting. They're storing all that up so they can use it to feed themselves all through the winter. So by the time you get to the spring, they are basically depleted. So when we come up here and we dig this Oregon grape root in the fall, she is packed with all the medicinal values that we're wanting because she is ready to face a winter. Now, Oregon grape root in general is pretty great for any type of digestive issue you're having, from GERD to ulcers, basically anything and everything you've got going on IBS related in your stomach. She's fantastic. She's a really, really bitter ally, and that means she really is going to help your digestion. She's great for your liver function. She's great for increasing the bile levels in your stomach, all that amazing stuff. And I like to wait until I start seeing her leaves go a little bit red. Now, she is an evergreen plant, so you can find her up here all winter, but she does change a bit as it gets cold. Now, you need to understand that there are two different species of Oregon grapes. Well, there's actually quite a few, but they're all pretty much interchangeable. But if once you dig these roots, the plant will die. So you need to make sure that you're harvesting ethically always in general, but with her, we're not going to dig more than 1 or 2 plants from this entire patch. And now I've already dug a root, or I should say, the guy holding the camera's already dug a root for you to see, because this is really important with identifying Oregon grape root. In general, she's pretty easy to identify, but you could potentially mistake her for holly if you've not taken the time to look at what her leaves. You see how they're always going to be shiny like that. They always have these really, really pokey edges. I mean, they will make you bleed while you're digging if you get into them too far. In early spring, they're going to bloom, and then come midsummer, they're going to have little powder ash colored, like blue berries, and contrary to belief, they are not poisonous. But the main thing with identifying her, if you dig up this plant and you can't see this bright yellow bark, look at that. See how bright that is? You do not have Oregon grape. And I mean, it will stain your hands. And that's from her burbane content. And she is just pretty awesome. But anyhow, this is definitely grows everywhere. She is definitely native to Oregon. You know, she's like the state plant. But she doesn't just grow in Oregon. She's very common for she's very common as an ornamental. Now, the different variety that grows real big in landscaping, of course, you're not going to be wanting to dig her root up. Some people, because those are such big bush, real thick bark, come and just peel off the bark. This one, it's not really worth doing that, as most of her content we're after is in her root. But she is just amazing and out there, and big old logging truck going by is totally distracting me. I'm like, oh my god, there's a truck going by, because we're pretty remote where we're at right now, so it totally threw me to hear a rig coming by. So he's been driving a while to get here. Anyhow, so you can get out here and find this ally. Even in sometimes what I like to do when it's like midsummer and her berries are ripe. First of all, her berries make a pretty good jelly. It takes a lot of sugar, but they still make a pretty good jelly. But you can take those berries and you can tincture them, or you can infuse them in vinegar, and then come fall, you can come and dig up these roots and you can make yourself a tincture or an infused vinegar, and then when they're both ready, you can blend them together. And she is just a fantastic digestive aid. I like to take a bit of her before I eat and after I eat. Just kind of helps get those digestive juices flowing. So You are definitely smart enough to come out here and find and identify Oregon grape. You're smart enough to dig up just enough root to make yourself a tincture or an infused vinegar, which is pretty standard for what we use it for. I do prefer a tincture, but it's also great to blend like an oxymel, a spirited oxymel anyhow, and you can go watch videos on how I make all those things here too. So thanks for watching, and if you like these videos, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking that little bell icon down below. Like and comment so I know you're here. It gets discussion going, and it helps other people find me too. And then speaking of find me, come find me on Instagram. I have a massive account there. I'm always active talking about all kinds of things, not just herbalism. Find my website, all that stuff, all through the link in my bio. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye.